All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise and the glory and the honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Wadash, which had given me the spirit and the strength to do this lesson. And also want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and rule well and teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wa Shalom, Wa Barakim to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, which are scattered abroad and in every place, redeeming the time and ready to be saved. Shalom. All right, back with another lesson. Pretty much, man, want to touch on how obtaining dark sayings and what it takes to obtain dark sayings. All right, because within the scriptures are contained, within the Bible are contained scriptures that are not self-explanatory, that are not easy to be understood or comprehend. All right, comprehended. All right, in order to understand those parables, those dark sayings, all right, well, how should I put it? A labor that must be exercised to get it, to obtain it, to unlock those dark sayings, those parables, all right? And that's namely studying, okay? And that's why it says in the scriptures, study to show thyself approved, all right? And like Apostle Gabar, he always say, in order to know the mysteries, you have to know the history. So sometimes you might have to go into history, go into old ancient accounts, all right? And that's written in the book of Ecclesiastes, where it says, and the Lord requires the things, he requires that which is past, all right? So we might have to go into historical accounts, all right? Because look, man, you got guys that want to know the mysteries. I mean, who wouldn't, all right? When they want to learn, who wouldn't want to learn the parables of Yahweh Shai that was imparted by Yahweh Shai, all right? But you see a lot of guys, they want to learn it, but not willing to put in the work to learn it, all right? Because you just can't go into parables and read it, all right? And no, all right? I mean, well, first of all, you have to be a member of the elect. Now, let's not go any further without making that clear, all right? I'm not going to proceed in this lesson without making that clear first, all right? For starters, you have to be a member of the elect of Israel. You go into the book of Revelation, the 14th chapter, you have the 144,000, all right? You got Amos, Amos 3:7. The Lord doeth nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. All right. So there's a small number of great men that the Lord is dealing with only dealing with on that level. All right. They are the only ones that can understand the dark sayings in these scriptures, in this Bible. All right. But guess what? They get it via studying. All right. Going into this precept, going to that precept. All right. Like I said, going into history. This is how, these dark sayings are what's the word I'm looking for? Made clear, revealed unto those men, all right, the elect. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read it right here. We're gonna build off of this scripture, Matthew 7:7. All right, and this is the words of Yahushua. It says, this is Yahushua said, ask and it shall be given you. That's right. Seek and ye shall find. You see that? Seek and ye shall find. All right? Because the what is a mystery is something that is hidden. All right? A dark saying, that's something that is hidden. All right? In order to discover it, you must seek. You must seek. All right? I'm going to read that again. It says, give us like Matthew 7:7, the words of Yahushua, ask and it shall be given you. Seek and ye shall find. All right? Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. Yeah, talking about this wisdom and this knowledge, or the Bible, these scriptures. All right? Read that again. All right? It says, ask and it shall be given you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. All right? So, yeah, we must put in an effort to find these things out. Because look, they even in the world, you learn this. They show you this in the world, that anything that is valuable, case in point, gold, precious gold, fine gold, rubies, whatever, man. It's just not given unto you. It ain't just gonna fall in your lap out of the sky. No, trophies. They have to labor for that. Basketball, football, baseball, soccer. They have to labor to obtain that precious and valuable object. All right. So how much more of these scriptures, the dark sayings, the understanding of the dark sayings. All right. How much more of that, which is way more precious and valuable than any fine gold or any precious thing on this planet Earth, man. You think you're not gonna have to strive for that, precious thing, man? All right, that's why Yahushua said it. Ask and it shall be given you. Seek and ye shall find. That's right. Seek and ye shall find. What's another word? A substitute word for seek? Study. You see that? It said, knock and it shall be open unto you. Knocking. This is a metaphor. All right. Knock and it shall be open unto you. That's right. It's a metaphor. We got to study to get it. All right. So in verse 8 it says, "For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth." You see that? "And to him that knocketh, it shall be opened." That's right. "And to him that knocketh, it shall be opened." That's right. So yeah, man, let's get Proverbs the second chapter. This is Proverbs the second chapter, verse 4. It says, "If thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures." Right. And what we have here, well, what this is referring to, the dark sayings, all right, that hidden wisdom, all right. We must do a lot of digging, all right. Do a lot of digging, okay. Do a lot of digging, man. These people in these um I forgot the name of them. Damn, Salakia. Those that damn it, that search for gold and silver in the earth and the ground. The name escaped me. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, and what I'm referring to. But anyway, they Salakia, brain mental lock. But they got to do a lot of digging to obtain these treasures, the gold, the silver, the diamonds. All right, they got to do a lot of put in a lot of work, do a lot of digging. All right, and that's a dark metaphor for studying. All right, and that's what's being said here. Okay, that's why he said once again, "If thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures." Right, digging, and it's to study. All right, this is the dark sayings right here. All right, it says, verse 5, "Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord." That's right. Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord. Right, because when you get that understanding, when you come into this ministry and you gain understanding, you truly understand, how terrible the Lord can be. All right. We truly understand how terrible the Lord can be, man. All right. And see, when you're in the world, you don't really understand how terrible. These people don't know how. They don't understand how. They don't know how terrible the Lord can be, man. All right. They don't understand that. They don't have the knowledge that we have. All right. So yeah, once again, I'll read that again. Verse 4, "If thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of the Most High." You see what it takes. Okay, it said, "And find the knowledge of the Most High." The dark, that knowledge that was hidden. All right, the dark sayings. You see, this is what it takes right here, man. All right, we must seek it out. Go and study and look for it. All right, it's not just gonna be given. No, you got it, but you must go search it out, man. All right. All right, let's get another one. The book of Sirach. I'm gonna pull this up on my phone. All right. Yeah, there we go. This is what I want. Ecclesiastes 13, which is also known as Sirach. In the Apocrypha, it says chapter 13 and 26. A cheerful countenance is a token of a cheerful countenance is a token of a heart that is in prosperity, and the finding out of parables is a worrisome labor of the mind. You see that? And the finding out of parables is a worrisome labor of the mind. That's right. You see? So that's what it takes, man, to learn the parables, these dark sayings. You know, you got to study. Go into this precept or that precept, you know. Go on the words. All right? So, yeah, Lord, when it was edifying. Until next time, shalom.